What's up, fantasy sports fans? Philly D here. You know what time it is. No limit fantasy football time. Week 8 time. How's everybody doing? Who's enjoying the football season so far? Who's the best team in the NFL? Patriots? The Eagles? The Steelers? The Chiefs? The Raiders? Who the heck knows these days who the best team is? The Packers? Not anymore. What's going on? Week 8. Sign up to No Limit Fantasy Sports. Use my link. Get 20 free coins to play with. 25% deposit bonus. Soon to be offering Visa and MasterCard to purchase NLC. Can't beat that. What do we got this week? Let's check it out. Going up to quarterbacks. We got Tom Brady, most expensive. No surprise there, playing the Chargers. It's a nice juicy matchup. We got Dak Prescott playing Washington. Dak Prescott, just absolutely annihilated San Francisco. It was like 2-11, like Zeke and Dak. What a great game. Prices reflecting nice second highest pick this week. Carson Wentz, the man is on fire. MVP candidate in my eyes. Playing San Francisco. This could be an absolute bloodbath. Everybody's putting up points on San Francisco. Jared Goff put points up against San Francisco. Alright. Next we got Drew Brees playing against Chicago. I like the matchup, but Chicago's been shutting it down. They've been getting those pick sixes on everybody. They shut down Ben. Wow. They're just playing great defense. And very underrated on top of that. Marcus Mariota playing against Cleveland. Hello. Actually, yeah. Marcus Mariota on bye. I didn't know. I was like, wait a minute, he already played Cleveland. He's on bye. Aaron Rodgers on bye, but also not playing. Broken collarbone. It's terrible. I think the Packers are done. I'm not picking up anybody from the Packers. Maybe the kicker, if they're playing Cleveland. If I have to. Matt Ryan playing against the Jets. You gotta love the matchup. Matt Ryan playing horrible ball, but so are the Jets. So a lot of great fantasy matchup teams are on bye. It kind of stinks. All right, what else do we got? We got Cam playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should be great. Cam's had 2 bad games in a row. Look for him to bounce back. I like him a little bit cheaper this week. Carson Palmer's out. Am I playing Drew Stanton? Absolutely not. Derek Carr had a great game last week. Playing against the Bills, I hate that matchup. Not playing Carr. Russell Wilson playing against Houston. The matchup sucks for both these guys. Deshaun Watson right underneath. If I had to pick between Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, I'm going Deshaun Watson. All right. Seattle is on a roll. The defense is getting great in that second half. We'll see what it is. Personally, Russell Wilson has been improving as a fantasy quarterback this year, so maybe he's a nice pick. I personally don't like either of them. I won't be playing either of these guys. We got Kirk Cousins playing against Dallas. That's a juicy matchup. Jordan Reed coming back to health. Had a great game last week. Love that matchup. Phillip Rivers playing against the Patriots. That's a nice matchup. Phillip's been playing pretty decent ball, getting 20 points a game. And you got New England. There's no juicier matchup. There are, but it is a juicy matchup. And he's low price, $6K. That's nice. Last week I went with Tyrod Taylor at 5.1K. He got me 20 points. I was very happy about that. This week we got Alex Smith playing against Denver. Don't really like it. Denver has a good defense. They've been getting beat up lately. Look for them to have a bounce back game. Jameis Winston plays against Carolina. Not a bad matchup, not a good matchup. Jameis Winston, not really, your favorite QB of all time when it comes to fantasy. Ben Roethlisberger priced very low against Detroit. I don't know why. I mean, he has been scoring a lot of points, but Detroit is a pretty good defense too. So coming off the bye, they should have a great matchup. Matt Stafford probable. He'll be playing against Pittsburgh. I like the matchup. All these guys are cheap, 6K. I mean, you can't be too mad at it. Sam Bradford. Here's Tyrod Taylor, 5.9K. He was 5-1 last week. I picked him up this week, a little bit more expensive. Playing against Oakland. I mean, the matchup is juicy. I wouldn't mind playing him again. Case Keenum, Jared Goff, playing Arizona. They look better than they are. I mean, look for Arizona to get some turnovers. I mean, Drew Stanton's going to be throwing picks all over the place. Jared Goff, they're on bye. Sorry, that was last week. And exactly what happened. Arizona dumped that game. The minute Drew Stanton was in there, it got even worse. Pick on Arizona in the future. They'll be playing defenses. Andy Dalton for Cincinnati playing against Indianapolis. What a juicy matchup. But again, are you going to play Andy Dalton? Look at that price. It's so juicy. Look, expected to get 17 points, 5.7K. You can't lose. But here's the problem. Andy Dalton. No, he just hasn't been playing good. I think ever since 2 years ago when J.J. Watt called him the red BB gun, where his nickname was the Red Rifle, he hasn't been the same since. I think J.J. Watt hurt his feelings. Playing against Indianapolis, maybe a good time to pick the Indy defense. If they're super cheap, why the heck not? We got McCown for the Jets playing against Atlanta. That's a juicy matchup. Atlanta can't stop anybody. They're playing terrible ball. Josh McCown, he knows how to throw the ball, to nobody. He was Cleveland's quarterback for a couple of years, and he was always in the top passing yards. I like him. Andrew Luck, when you coming back, buddy? Derek Anderson. Looking for a cheap quarterback. We got this Brett Henley guy. He's on bye, thank God. A lot of people are saying he was going to have a great week. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. San Francisco's quarterback playing against Philly. Don't like it. That Philly D is just playing out of its mind. I think that is about it for QBs. Right, moving on. If I miss Jacoby Brissett, they might be a great play. Who knows? Running backs, we got Le'Veon Bell. Pretty much a one-man show over there in Pittsburgh playing Detroit. You gotta love it. He's kind of matchup proof. He's been coming into his own. He's back on top of the leaderboards as of rushing yards. He disappointed us the first 3 weeks. And, it's like, I can't pick Le'Veon Bell. He's way too expensive. Well, he's been averaging 33 points the last 2 games, so I like him, and I like him a lot. Then we got Zeke, number 2. Absolute monster week against San Francisco, playing against Washington. Should be good for 100 yards again. Gotta love him. Then we got LaShawn McCoy finally woke up, got his last touchdown. What I told you guys last week, LaShawn McCoy hadn't had a touchdown yet, and guess what? He got his first one. Next up, we got Leonard Fournette on bye, another running back on bye, and then we go down to Melvin Gordon, playing okay ball, playing against New England. Should be good for at least a touchdown. I mean, he's not getting a ton of points, but he's getting a touchdown here and there. Kareem Hunt all the way down to under 8K, playing Denver. I like it. I mean, he's cheap again. He's been slowing down. Denver's defense really good. I don't know. I think I like this matchup. And here's another one I like. Chicago. Mark Ingram. I've picked him up the last 2 weeks. He's gotten me 20, 30 points both weeks. Just incredible. Here's another guy falling down. Devontae Freeman against the Jets. Last game, he was a huge disappointment. They had the ball on the goal line. They didn't give it to him. Like, it just didn't make any sense. I hope the coach shakes his head a little bit and gets Devontae Freeman that ball. They're playing the Jets. They lose that game, it's over. Like, you lose against the Dolphins, you better change that strategy, bud. All right. Next up, we got Jordan Howard. Been absolute dog doo-doo. Had the juicy match. Had a matchup against Minnesota. You know, I mean, you would still think he'd be good for more than 33.3 points. Playing against New Orleans. New Orleans D's been playing pretty good. I don't like it one bit. Going down, Jarrett McKinnon, never liked him. Latavius Murray playing good ball. I like Murray more than I like McKinnon. Yes, McKinnon's getting the catches, but Murray's getting the touchdowns. McCaffrey been getting all kinds of points, catching the ball against Tampa Bay. This will be a good matchup for him. DeMarco Murray, I mean, he is banged up, and he's on a bye, thank goodness. Carlos Hyde, played okay last game, playing Philly. The Philly front seven is just playing really well. So, I mean, it's a risk, but Carlos Hyde is the offense. Alvin Kamara getting catches, getting points, playing Chicago. Might be a great play. Jay Ajayi, is he finally going to do well now that the focus is off Cutler? Matchup against Baltimore, it's juicy. Matt Moore for quarterback. I don't know how much he is. He might be worth a look. I mean, Baltimore does have a good defense, but Matt Moore might be just cheap. Just too cheap not to play. Adrian Peterson out by Chris Thompson. The Washington running backs playing Dallas. They should be good for a few points. CJ Anderson falling. Playing KC, you know why. Lots of guy here, McFadden. It's in case the suspension comes in, him and Morris sitting there. Derrick Henry, again, like I said, look for DeMarco Murray's health. If Murray's out, put in Henry. Doug Martin for Tampa Bay against Carolina. That's a nice play. Cheap, too. Lamar Miller quietly having a great fantasy season, playing Seattle. Blunt had a horrible game last year, but this time in San Francisco. So this might be all systems go for whoever the heck's in the backfield there. Smallwood makes it back. I like him there. Like I said, here's Latavius Murray. He's getting touchdowns. Bilal Powell, Matt Forte. I mean, who they gonna put in there? Playing Atlanta, it's a nice matchup, but you don't know who to pick there. And there's Smallwood. If he's active, they say active, so I'd be lining him up against San Francisco for sure. You'll see him on a couple of my lineups. By the way, last week lineup, 149 points. Tyrod Taylor, Mark Ingram, Jarvis Landry. I think Suck Up as the quarterback. My defense was Jacksonville. I mean, I just had a great week. One bad play, I can't remember which one it was. Oh, Adrian, I picked up Peterson. Tried to cash in on some more. Didn't work that way. Deion Lewis, the running back to pick in New England, playing the Chargers. It might be a great play. Here's Duke Johnson, had a quiet week. Getting that matchup against Miami, I like it. I really do. And look at that price, under 5K. It's tasty, guys. It's tasty. Andre Ellington. Is he going to... I mean, now that Carson Palmer's gone, I really don't know about him, which sucks when a starting quarterback goes down to get the backup. It's hard to you know, feel what's going on. Theo Riddick, price 4,300. Are you kidding me? That's cheap. They're playing Pittsburgh, and I get that. We'll see how that goes. Yeldon had an explosive week last week. They're on bye. Look for Fournette's health when they come back. There's Matt Forte. He had quite a week last week. Playing Atlanta. If he's healthy, he might be a cheap little starter for you. Wide receivers. We got Antonio Brown playing Detroit. Kind of matchup proof. Oh, I had Julio Jones last week too. Jeez, that was another nice pickup. AJ Green playing. That's awesome. Playing Indy. I mean, how are you going to not pick AJ Green? I think he'll be highly owned. Julio Jones finally woke up last week. The 10 catches, the 100 yards, the touchdown. Playing the Jets. I mean, all these two guys right here, great plays. They'll be on a lot of my teams. Mike Evans just exploding this year playing Carolina. He's good for a touchdown. Dez Bryant had a nice game playing Washington. Michael Thomas, he got me 3 points, but last week he had a killer week. Hopkins all the way down here playing Seattle. I mean, what do they think's gonna happen? You gonna pick DeAndre Hopkins or Will Fuller? I mean, they're gonna get a touchdown at least, so I mean, it's probably gonna be Hopkins. Thielen, I don't know why his price keeps going up. He's playing Cleveland, but I mean, he's not playing that well. Like he got you 10, not even 10 fantasy points last week. Keenan Allen, the price is just so low right here for him. I thought he'd be in the top 5 this week. Playing New England. I like his chances of having a great game. Doug Baldwin, you know what it is right there. Playing Houston though, but I don't think Russell Wilson cares who they're playing. He's throwing that ball to Baldwin. Brandon Cooks, up and down season, had a great game last week playing the Chargers. Should be all systems go. Any of the Philly receivers, you know what it is. They're playing San Francisco. I like him at this price, 6,700. Cooper, you want to go with him again? You think he's going to get you another 50 points against Buffalo? I don't think so. Hogan, questionable. Keep an eye on that. If he is out, then think Amendola, think Cooks, think Gronk. You know what I mean? Jarvis Landry, we got to keep an eye on this situation with the new quarterback. Who's he going to throw to? He tends to throw. Last year when he came in, he loved throwing to Kenny Stills. That's something to keep an eye on. Kenny Stills might be one of those guys you want to pick up. Devontae Parker, questionable. Calvin Benjamin playing Tampa Bay. He and Funchess, great plays. Krabs, low. I mean, 6,000. Tyreek Hill playing Denver. You know what it is. Anybody playing Denver, they're going to drop that price on you. Pierre Garçon, up and down year. Playing Philly. Yeah. I don't really like playing anybody against Philly right now. Demaryius Thomas, the only healthy receiver they got, but Kansas City, I mean, he's still not scoring. It's unfortunate. Not picking any Packers, that's for darn sure. They're on bye anyways. Sanders, questionable. You think, oh, let's pick Thomas. Well, he got you like, what, 4 points last week? Danny Amendola, the price is a little bit high, but he's going to have a few breakout games this year. Here's Hilton playing Cincinnati. He could have another great game. The price went up last week, this week back down. So, keep an eye on that. Marvin Jones, Nelson Aguilar. I mean, lots of great plays, guys. You know what it is. Will Fuller getting all kinds of touchdowns. Sterling Shepard questionable when he's on on bye. When he comes back, I'll be picking him up. Somebody's dropped him in our league. I can't believe it. Jermaine Kearse playing Atlanta. Nice low price. I'm looking at some guys that are low for you. Ted Ginn had an explosive week last week. I think Drew Brees and him are building up quite the rapport. So look for Ted Ginn. If you could pick him up on your waiver wire in your season long, I would. As for DFS, he's not going to stay this low for long. Decker, they're on bye. They're just not getting it together, those two. Macklin's questionable. It's a shame. Tyler Lockett not playing good ball. Kenny Stills, here we go. This is the one I was talking about. Here's a cheap guy. $4,000. Matt Moore. Here's like one of the biggest sleeper pairs ever. If you have the stones to go, first of all, against Baltimore, top 15 defense, and you pick Matt Moore and Kenny Stills, you can absolutely load your team at every other position. And I just might do that for tournament plays. Moving on, tight ends. Gronk. I mean, Gronk is just playing ball. You know what it is. Price is outrageous for a tight end, but you can't stop him. Zach Ertz, same thing. He got another touchdown last game. Travis Kelce, great. Delaney Walker has not been playing good ball. He's on bye. ASJ, I picked him up last week. Got me 10 points. Not bad. Look for him to have a good game against Atlanta. Hunter Henry starting to play good. Jordan Reed, all systems go. Look at that price too, $4,700 against Dallas. Like, yes, I'll be playing him at $4,700. That's so low for Jordan Reed. Compare these guys to wide receivers. You know, wide receivers 6, 7, 8K, and then you got Jordan Reed, like the #1 target on that team at 47. That just doesn't make sense. That's such a steal. Cameron Brate, same thing. They finally got O.J. Howard involved in the game, but Cameron Brate gets you 10, 15 points every single game. Cal Rudolph is like #1 target right now for Minnesota. You got to go with them. Evan Ingram, same story. They're on bye though. Moving on, kickers. I mean, I picked the kickers. You guys either like them or you don't. Pretty much whoever's playing Arizona, who's playing San Francisco. You know what I mean? Don't pick a Tampa Bay kicker. You know what I mean? San Francisco. There's one right there. Philly. Okay, not this guy because he doesn't play for them. The other Philadelphia kicker. Dan Bailey's out. Who's his replacement going to be? George DeVecchio. I thought he was a good kicker. He blew it last game. Here's the guy right here. Jake Elliott for Philly. He's great. Matt Prater. Great kicker. Alright, the kickers. Alright, let's look at defenses. I really want to see some defenses this week. Alright, they got the Vikings on top playing against Cleveland. Yeah, well, like, sure, that makes a lot of sense to me too. The Ravens playing Miami. I get it, backup quarterback, but that is, I don't like it. I really don't. The Eagles playing San Francisco. Now, I like that one. Jacksonville on bye. What a shame. The Bengals playing Indy. You think that'd be good? I mean, the Bengals might just actually walk away with a win. Chiefs against Denver. Yeah, I can see that. Saints playing good ball, playing against Chicago. Tell you what, we're going to go the other way. We're going to start the bottom. How about the Jets against Atlanta? You want to take a shot? I like it. I really do. Indianapolis against Cincinnati might be great. Cleveland against Minnesota. This might be one of the games Cleveland wins. Look out. Alright? No joke. Here it is. Chicago against New Orleans. Look for this one. I love New Orleans, but Chicago's playing good ball, guys. Houston on Seattle. I love this. Alright, guys. That's what we're going with this week. Let's go check out some contests. No limit fantasy sports, guys. Sign up, use my link. See what it is. 25% deposit bonus. Let's go down. Not have a chance. Play against Joe Theismann. Here it is right here. The No Limit Pro 10K guaranteed. Always overlaying this tournament. I think last week there was like 59 out of 100. The site's new. The site's small. Lots of room to make money, guys. Come check it out. No Limit Fantasy Sports. I'll see you on the other side. Take it easy.